Veteran Days weekend, and the best to all the veterans around the United States. Time is 12:14 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The date is 11/9/2014. And yes, we're going to bring up a symbol called SLXP. It's a biotech. And it made a weekly, and this is a weekly chart. So here it is. That weekly high was $172. We started the reversal, and the actual stock on Friday had a big move down. This is a weekly bar. That line up here is a 10-week moving average. The 20-week moving average is the red line. Then you have your 50-week moving average, which is the white line, at 115.7. And it clearly broke right through here. And now the 100-week moving average is 86.44. And we're slightly above it. That's this colored line right here. And the green line down here is a 200-week simple moving average. They had an extreme difficult problem with some of their products. They missed the earnings. Got a slew of upgrades and downgrades. So basically, we're going to be selling short this stock on any move up off of the bottom. So we're going to trade it off the support level. Back over here in 2014, it's this line right here. This line right here on this weekly chart right here. This was a major resistance level back at a year ago, but when we started out 2014, where that trend line is, that's a double bottom at the 100-week, and it rallied on up, and it had its pullbacks. So basically, this particular trend line is right there at that 50-week moving average, and this particular trend line right here is what we call a breakout from 13, and then we started that move up and we never looked back. So there's a lot of controversy around the stock. We do know one thing, that this line down here is about $74. So any move up to resistance, we're going to get what? Net short. Here we can clearly see, I just wanted to show people the volume on Friday. 25 million shares. That is an extreme. Friday morning on 11/7, when everyone was rising and waking up, the stock had closed on Thursday at 138.55. Now, the high was $96. So you had a huge gap down, and you had a $10 range from this gap down, the high. So basically, from the gap, we got $86 on the low. We closed at 91.47. That is down $47.08. And just remember one thing, how to trade biotech. You have to be very sharp. They have paid wonderfully. And so basically, how to short SLXP is what we're doing. Down $47. And here is the following. I have a daily chart right here on SLXP. So basically, you can see that big gap down on this daily chart. The support line, the major support line right over here was broke. So we're going to draw another one right now. That's this lower end right here. So as the stock, I'm going to draw another trend line right here, right now. That's ultimately going to be a potential trading range, but it's going to be based on this right over here on that daily chart. Now, if we break down and continue to break down, we had a gap sequence that had happened over here. And I'm just going to blow that up right now. So basically, this is a gap. That means that there was some good news, and let's see what date that was. It's very simple. The date of this gap was on 11/7/2013. So that was a year ago in November 2013. We started with the big gap. Now, let me just tell you something. That gap was a low of 70.64 and the high was 73.58. So this trend line is and I'm going to just pull this down just a little bit right there at the bottom of that bar. So that means, and I'm going to draw another trend line right here. So what that means is that we're going to enter a new range of volatility. This is where that gap happened, right here. We know where those trend lines are. I'm also going to draw another trend line right there. Now, I'm going to go back over to the chart. I'm going to bring this all the way back here, and this is here, just so people can see it. This is that big gap down. That means when we break the support level, as I showed where that gap was, that gap is going to be tested. Now, on the blue bar, it's just about is over, it's short-term oversold on this public indicator. The 100-day, and remember, these are daily moving averages. We're not on the weekly. So that means that the 200-day simple moving average is way up here. And that simple moving average is 60. Plus, if you divide it, we're going to divide it. So we're going to get it right here. That 200-day moving average at 124. So everything is broke in this stock. And it's going to be extremely easy to make trades off of the bottom and then short back up on the top. So once again, I'm going to conclude this live video, and we're going to be on this one in the morning. There's a big gap below here now, right here. So when we break this support line, then this is the next major area back over here in 2013. So the old saying is, take advantage of these moves while they're here, and we will be getting short at resistance, and we will buy it off of the bottom long. Once again, SLXP and biotech. People don't know how to trade biotech. This is what happens. Everything about this stock, there's a lot of them that do the same thing in the same sector. So the money flow is $124 million. So you have big, big, big volume, 25 million shares on SLXP that you don't never see.